This is jail official Charlene O'Banion, who is allegedly having an affair with a prisoner.
You felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes.
An inquiry was launched on reports from other police who had saw her and Jason Parker together. Charlene believes she escaped detection, but she is unaware that the investigators are going to brutally expose and humiliate her because they possess all the necessary proof.
You got a live ass head game. Oh my God.
Charlene says she is innocent and is unaware of the charges from the beginning.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that, and I just kind of want to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
None at all?
Although Charlene is certain that this will work, the investigators have a lot more evidence than they.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for, I don't know what period of time. And he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Bequat to use the bathroom and he was talking like at the window with me. Mm-hmm. And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, don't talk to her or something crazy like that.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago.
According to Charlene, she has only ever spoken to Jason once, outside of the jailhouse. Although the rumor was spread by an envious prisoner, but the investigator is going to present some proof that unequivocally demonstrates that Charlene is concealing something.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there's jail calls between you and Parker. And all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not. And I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. Mm-hmm. So can you kind of tell me what's going on?
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't, it wasn't anything like that.
Charlene and Jason reportedly had a relationship before to their incarceration and had some fun together before coming to this place. This resulted in them teasing one another here, but nothing more, at least that's what she says. In actuality, the police have recordings of conversations made while inside the jail that provide an entirely different account.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone. I
just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
No, that was in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
I don't know, just talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
After only 15 minutes of questioning, Charlene's first account is starting to seem less and less plausible. It's obvious that something more sinister may be afoot given that she has been exposed for lying on several occasions, acknowledged having sex with Jason in the past, and has been calling him frequently from her residence. However, the detective still has some concerns regarding additional physical evidence.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm. I gave him a photograph of his mom, which he had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
Mm-mm. No, because...
So one of the things we're going to be doing is looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-mm.
Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
It's crucial to keep in mind that Charlene has been employed by this institution for a while, so we will be familiar with all the details and outs of everything, like security camera blind spots and patrol officer schedules, You'd think that with all this knowledge it would be simple to hide a relationship with an inmate, but it appears that she overlooked a few important details, not the least of which being the fact that all calls made from the prison are recorded. However, because of the detectives, she will soon be painfully reminded of this fact.
Hey, baby.
Go back.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker up for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag ball and everything?
Yeah, babe.
For some people, hearing your own voice might be uncomfortable enough, but hearing their own erotic phone conversations can be far worse. There's no evidence that the two have actually engaged in any sexual acts, but that quickly changes as Jason starts to directly incriminate Charlene on the call. You realize in silence with the two detectives in the room that you've just been caught red-handed, and that has got to be worse than any prison sentence there is.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a live-ass fucking head game. Oh, my God.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Meh, meh. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like, just going back and thinking about
Yeah.
that.
It gets you horny?
Oh, yeah. You felt me. I was, like, soaking through my clothes. Get very horny very easy. I always want to have
Not
sex.
good.
Like, that's not even...
Not good.
I mean, I feel like I just, like, look at someone, I'm like, oh, my God, I'm so fucking horny. No, like, of course, like, I only get horny for you.
You kind of see how that sounds from, like, my point of view. Like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No?
That's amazing that she had the guts to decline the call after hearing that, but she deserves respect for not going down easily. The detectives try to ask her if she believes Jason would cover for her. She refuses to back down, telling them that everything that happened outside of prison. Technically, this phone call could support her story, but it is strange that the couple is reliving events that happened more than 3 years ago in such detail, especially considering that earlier she had trouble remembering any specifics about their relationship.
You talk about how profound this was. Like, just giving him this blowjob was, but you, like, don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's that
I
profound.
mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe the blowjob? I mean, is that
Well,
what
I'm
you
not
want
want to
me
know
do?
like about the blowjob. I'm just
Yeah.
so if this is a
You just said
factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like I
Yeah,
feel
I
like,
mean, like we said in the car,
like when I asked you who was there, him of course, like when y'all met or whatever, and then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one
I mean, I
chick's
was with
name
my
after
friend
you
Chris.
think about it for 30 seconds. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I was-
not making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the blowjob from 3 years ago. Find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
She continues to follow the investigators' advice even though they claim that things aren't adding up just yet. Her tale, or at least who she was prior to flipping a switch and saying this.
And what is it?
I might have given him a blowjob in the back part of the
In the back part of the decoy? Okay. How long ago was that?
I don't know, a few months ago.
Charlene has revealed the truth, yet this situation is more complicated than it could appear in situations where relations between officers and prisoners. The primary concern that emerges is consent, as Jason and Charlene were acquainted before their incarceration. While it is reasonable to assume that consent was given in both directions in this interaction, in these particular circumstances it is actually entirely irrelevant. According to a 2005 report, federal law criminalizes all sexual relations and contact between prison staff and inmates, and all sexual relations between staff and inmates are considered abuse, even if the ACT would have been deemed consensual had it not taken place in a prison. This is due to the significant prevalence of inmate abuse that was witnessed in prisons in 1996. It was estimated that between 12 and 14% of all prisoners had been sexually assaulted, and the officers were rarely disciplined in order to prevent future abuse.
I'm going to ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things. So
yeah, what kind of charges would like?
So it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean, would I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office.
Charlene would ultimately lose her employment, and the only occasion she would be permitted to return to jail would be for the 100 days she would have to serve as a result of her conviction for having sex with a detainee.